through the observation of life, or anybody's life, any aspect of life, that the present moment is like, it's the most valuable, entity or essence of life that we have.
Living in the moment changes everything, man. Because remember, we said, we gotta live life like the water, right? Flow, be easy to flow with the current and everything. Make sure to subscribe and like our podcast.
One of the things that I've learned about being in the moment is that when you're present, the future doesn't really exist, right? Like, it's not even doesn't really exist. It doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. The past doesn't exist either, right? So the only thing that relatively actually exists is the present moment, like right now. Like, as we're speaking, as we're engaging, this is what exists. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago doesn't exist anymore. It's a memory. It's already passed. It's the past, right? So, being in the moment, to me, as I'm understanding it and as I'm practicing it, right? Like, that's why we call this the artistry of life, because we're practitioners.
Yes.
It's not, we're not speaking from a level of mastery where we're just, Zen all the time and we're just in a moment. Like, no, it's just, but being in the moment is just like, man, this is where I'm at. This is where I exist right now. Everything prior to this is a memory of what was, right? And everything, my projection into the future is not necessarily what is actually is, right? Like, I might project some wants and some hopes and some desires, but it may not necessarily turn out that way. So like right now is what I have, right? And we understand through the observation of life, or anybody's life, any aspect of life, that the present moment is like, it's the most valuable, entity or essence of life that we have, that exists. Because like the next moment, anything can happen at any moment.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, as we're speaking, there's people that like thinking they might have a conscious thought of like what they're gonna do tomorrow, and tomorrow's not happening for them. In that moment, it's like that's it. That's like the last moment for them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. So like the present moment, like to be present and to appreciate the present moment and to like engage in it and take advantage of that as I'm learning it, because it's like, like the next, and to think that like it's not even, I'm talking from a fatalistic point of view where like, oh man, you might not wake up, or you might not have a chance. It's like, no, like things might not orchestrate itself a particular way to give you the opportunity to do what you want to do, right? Like, because you might like, I'm taking it from a simplistic nature. You might say in the present moment, I want to, let's use our profession as far as working out. I want to work out, and in that present moment, that's why I always say your first choice is your best choice.
Yes.
Like, and then when you make that choice, act on it like immediately, because you might say, I want to work out. I want to do this thing right now, right? And you like, right? And then you well, let me wait till Monday, right?
Yeah.
It's Thursday. Friday, you sprain your ankle, you twist your wrist, right?
Yeah.
That delays you working out.
Yes.
Right? Like, you had an opportunity in a moment to go and take that action.
Yes.
Right? But you didn't. So now you missed it. Now you didn't sprain or hurt yourself. So it's not fatalistic in the aspect that, you're gonna lose your life, but something might interject itself.
Yes.
And then you might, read that something interjected itself and I got hurt, so it means that I shouldn't, this wasn't the right thing for me to do to go work out. Right? Like, no, and then some people like go very extreme with it and mistakenly interpret that as divine, right? Like, that's divine calling of
Yes.
no, right? Okay.
Divine
All right.
sign.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Namaste to you.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum to you.
you know, King, this is very beautiful explanation, man, and how simple it is, like, living in the now.
Yes.
Like you said, it's not about, just being fatalistic, like, oh, I'm scared, oh, you're gonna die. For me, again, practitioners of life, man, because we're practicing this every day, right? And for me, living in the moment changes everything, man. Because remember we said, we gotta live life like the water, right? Flow, be easy to flow with the current and everything, right?
Yes.
That doesn't mean I don't have my, goals, 6 months. I do, right?
Yes.
But hey, man, wrote it down, cool. But how I get to those goals is not defined for me, right?
That's right.
The how, like, cause I come from here, left, right, but I'm prepared from whatever direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just being in the moment, man, able to absorb everything, like, especially when I'm at work and like, Sergeant, what do we have at 2 o'clock? I'm like, yo, it's 8 a.m., man. I don't know what's going on at 12. I don't even know. Mm-hmm. People try to plan our stuff, man. Because I'm like, I don't know. I make my decision based on whatever happened right in front of me.
That's right.
So if it happens, okay, I'll go left, go right, so doesn't mean I'm undecisive. It's just when I'm letting life, lead me to, whatever leads me to my goal.
That's right.
As long as it leads me to my goal. So living in the moment, man. Because once you make plans for everything, what if, the plan, the road to your own personal success is left?
Yes.
And now, man, I want to go right. I plan everything on right. So now you delay your own success.
That's right. Yeah.